Earning enough money as an artist to survive and thrive is hard as hell and easy to screw up, but with the right know-how, it's possible to make that leap to full-time artist and screw up less than most of us. This is what I do for a living, so I'm going to give you the yeses and nos and how it goes. So you want to make a living off your artwork. Good stuff. I'm going to try and guess who you might be real quick. 1. You're a kid in high school or college. Your family's on your jock about getting a job because paying for your phone bill is getting expensive. Your friends working at BK are telling you how awesome it is to have money but constantly complaining about their boss, customers, cleaning bathrooms, whatever. You see your favorite artists on TV and YouTube telling you to follow your dreams and people will love you for it. And the kid sitting next to you said your drawings were lit, fam, so now you want to skip all the bad jobs and sleep deprivation and go straight into following your dreams of being an artist. 2. You're a day jobber who's stuck at their 9 to 5 doing crap people pay other people to do so they don't have to. You have no job security because of the high turnaround and constantly feel the axe on your neck. You wanted a hobby to get your mind off your daily existential crisis and you got yourself a little pen tablet and started doing the art. And it turns out you like it a lot. Now you've seen a bunch of people doing some pretty cool stuff online and making mad stacks and say, if they can do it, I can do it. I want to work for yourself. And 3. You could be anyone from anywhere, but you want to be your own boss and work from home because the world's getting pretty crazy. You want to own your own life and travel. You want to be in complete control of your income, schedule, lifestyle, whatever. And this last category hits them all. You wanted to know how to live off your art, stop taking crap from some degree and a tie, and make cash money. Let's see what I can do to help you with that. So to start, let's get something straight. The fastest and easiest way to make it in this business is to convert your art to digital. What that means is either drop the sketchbook and pick up a pen tablet, or, using a camera, record yourself drawing in that sketchbook. Either way, it converts into digital space. The reason for this is because the reach of digital far exceeds the other option. Just because I said easiest doesn't mean it's easy. If getting your art noticed online is like a lightning strike, then making a living off that art online is like lightning striking the match you use for a candlelit dinner with your true love. Taking digital out of that equation entirely is like putting that match in a rubber ball. Now some of you might get a little anxious right there. Don't worry, it's probably a lot easier than you think to get started. So let's talk about what you'll need. There's various fields in being an artist, and what you want to do will determine what you need. Photographer, get a camera. Painting and drawing, get a pen tablet. Basic designs like logos and shirts, grab that Adobe. In fact, Adobe makes it a point to make products for just about every kind of artist out there. Ever heard of that Photoshop stuff? Yeah, it's Adobe. Here's a quick rundown of some of their best and the rest. Photoshop, meant for handling a wide variety of digital imagery from photo editing and original digital paintings and drawings. Probably going to be the biggest go-to. Illustrator, a vector-based image program meant for dealing with clean lines and shapes with no pixelation or artifacting. Most basic logos and shirt designs come out of this program, so knowing it is going to be a big booster if you're going to go that route. InDesign. If you're wanting to format magazines, brochures, newsletters, newspapers, calendars, any of that paper-printed, infographically inclined goodness, then this is going to be your baby. Premiere. Bunch of companies have come out with some pretty hardcore video editing software meant for the pros and the nos, but Adobe came in behind them and did what they do. Made it cheaper and easier for the everyday consumer. If you're wanting to get into video editing, this is your stop. There's a ton more, but if you want to see them all, then I'd suggest you check them out for yourself and hit that Google button on the internet machine. They used to all cost around $550 and up, but now they've gone short and wide and went with a subscription plan. So instead of paying $550 every year for the newer version, you're slinging chump change at a manageable rate. As of this video, getting one program costs about $20 per month and getting all of their programs costs about $50. I know a lot of you have a healthy skepticism for subscriptions, I get it, but A, this is cheaper than the old way, and B, whenever there's an update or a bug fix, you're covered. If you still don't got the scratch, then search for free competitors. They exist, but I'm not going to vouch for them. Now let's talk tech. If you're wanting to move your drawings and paintings over to digital, then you're going to want a pen tablet. You can do it with a mouse if you're cool with carpal tunnel. Pen tablets allow you to draw and paint like you would naturally, so it's easier on you physically, and has better control than trying to do intricate calligraphy with a brick. There are two main types to focus on, with display and without display. A tablet with a display means you'll be looking at your hand while you work. A tablet without a display means you'll be looking at the monitor. It sounds weird, but I have both kinds. Honestly, it just comes down to preference and finances. A pen tablet without a display is usually cheaper, and I'm talking way cheaper. A Huion 420 goes for around $24. You want a Huion 420? Don't go out for lunch. Twice. And there you go. The bigger they are, generally the more expensive they get. You heard me say Huion, and that's one of the companies, but in your search you'll probably find XP Pen, Artisol, and the heaviest hitter, Wacom, pronounced Wacom. I like to say Wacom, but they say Wacom. All of these have their upsides and downsides, so you'll just have to shop around. Go off your budget and the compatibility. If your new pen tablet requires 2 USB ports and an HDMI port, and all you've got is one USB port on your Surface Pro, then you'd better get a USB dock and HDMI adapter, or you've wasted money. But all in all, the cost of getting a nice little setup has drastically gone down from just 10 years ago. Now the downside to that is the influx of competition, hence the lightning metaphor I made earlier. But after a certain skill set and level of experience, they generally filter out. But until you get to that point, you're going to be sludging through the mud and the hopefuls just like the rest of us did. So you got your gear, you got your program, you've gone digital. Now it's time to clock that hustle and make some bread. Here are 4 major ways to go about making money from home as an artist. 1. Freelancing contract work. Here's what most people think of when they consider surviving as an artist. Your overall goal in this category is gaining clients and repeat customers. You'll spend loads of time every day combing through freelance sites like Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer, trying to win the attention of the people who post jobs there. And these jobs can be anything from coloring somebody else's artwork to illustrating a book or designing a website. When somebody has a job they only need to hire an artist for once, these are usually the places they'll go. In this market, you've got to hunt for your money. Someone posts a job publicly, you and every other freelancer go and make a bid on that job, meaning you've got a few sentences, a price, and a picture or two to stand out from the competition. The real way to stand out, however, is when they contact you saying they're interested in hiring you. Out of 50 some odd artists, they typically pick 5 or so. Then after talking with those 5, that gets scratched down to 1. The way you make sure that it's you is to say yes as fast and loud as you can. When hiring, the clients will go back and look at your profile to see what you know and read reviews other clients have written about you. If there's nothing there, you've got to take any job you can, do fantastic work, and finish on time. Your goal here is to get good reviews under your belt. The more good reviews you have, the more you'll get hired. Eventually, you'll work with a couple clients that you hit it up with really well, and they end up coming to you again and again. That's a repeat client, and they're gold. 2. Team up. Think you're the only one trying to stand out and make it on their own? Consider finding others who could really use an artist. They do some work and you do some work to create something that builds you both. Forming a team or partnership to some degree with another content creator or group is like having a regular job. You won't really have time to do much else if you're working enough to support yourself. You'll have to turn down jobs that come to you because you've got a time commitment to the team. Don't go looking for other artists like you. If you've got 2 people who do the same thing, then you'll both be spinning your wheels and stepping on toes. I'm not saying it's impossible, I'm just saying it's rare. And if I say something's rare, think back to that match in the rubber ball. We're on YouTube, let's use YouTube. Find a person with a big channel who wants to make it better by increasing their production value, thus increasing how many people enjoy their videos. Tell them you'd like to make artwork for those videos regularly to help tell their stories or accompany their music or whatever they do. Make an example based off one of their older videos to show what you had in mind. Work out a deal where they split some of the earnings based on how much work you do. If they don't have enough, suggest opening up a Patreon and paying you that. Patreon is a site where the fans of a creator can pay that creator monthly for some extra cool stuff like art or just supporting said creator. You join as a team and together make that channel better than it could have been without your art. And by doing so, you're now working full time. 3. Selling shirts and prints. This way is probably the most traditional route you can take as a digital artist, but I want you to take that original notion and throw it out the window. Forget everything you thought you knew about selling your art online. Here's one of my favorite ways of earning money as an artist from home because it's probably the most lazy thing you can do and it has the potential to make some serious green. What do you need? You got a pen tablet, a program, internet connection? Yeah? Then you're good. A plus would maybe be a good sense of humor and an eye for trends, but that's not really necessary. Nutshell version, you draw something, upload it to a few sites, and forget about it. That sound nice? That's because it is. Here's what goes down. Say you draw a cute bear. Now you go to a website that sells cool shirts and prints like TeePublic, Redbubble, or Designed by Humans. We'll go with TeePublic because they're the easiest to get through. You make an account with them, add your work, adjust a few options so whatever the customer wants doesn't end up making it look like garbage, give it a name, give it relevant tags so people who are looking for cute bear shirts can find it, upload it, share it with your friends on whatever social media you want, then forget about it. Depending on how fast you are and how many ideas you have for designs, you can fill your whole day up with making dozens of these. Ever heard of exponential growth? Short version is a number that grows based on how much it has. Think of a snowball rolling down a hill. Starts small and gets bigger. The more snow it has means the bigger it is, meaning the more snow it can pick up, meaning it'll get bigger, meaning it can pick up more snow, and it goes on and on. That design will be there until that site goes down or the world stops spinning. When someone buys that shirt for 20 bucks, you get a little cut. Let's say 4 bucks. You just got 4 bucks while you're in the shower, taking a nap, eating Taco Bell. So if one person a month buys that shirt, you get 4 bucks a month. Doesn't seem like much, and alone, it's not. So now say you make another shirt, and say only one person buys that one a month. That's 8 bucks a month for the rest of your life. So now let's ramp it up. Say you spent a week or 2 making these designs and you've got an inventory of 50 of them. That's 200 bucks a month until you die. And even then they're still selling. Just make sure you sign your PayPal over in your will and your kids can get that. Let's ramp it up a little more because this is worth mentioning. That's off one site. There are more like it. Pump out a design a week for a year, then put it on 3 sites. That's a possible 624 bucks a month. That's a few bills. That's cheap rent for the rest of your life. And that's if all those shirts and prints only sell once a month. When making designs, it's best to be original, but making parody designs of big names sell better. And by parody, I mean making original pieces using aspects of well-known pop culture. That being said, they still might get flagged for copyright infringement and get taken down. When this happens, you won't get in trouble, but it's a little sad. Just because one site doesn't like it doesn't mean others will feel the same way. I've gotten things taken down from one site that sell like Mickey D's Szechuan sauce on others. Play around a bit and find what works. Something starts selling well, make more like it. Below I've linked the TeePublic if you want to get started. And finally 4, grow your audience and manage your business. The reason this is listed last is because it's usually what starts earning you income last. Rome wasn't built in a day. Hell, Rome wasn't built in a year. Growing your audience is something you should begin cultivating immediately and continue doing while you're doing everything else. Put it as a last step in everything you do. Finish a freelance project, add it to your portfolio, then you're finished. Design a cool shirt, post it on your Instagram, then move on to another. Do something cool with your team, share it on Twitter. Over time, people will do what people do. If they like your work, then they'll look at you to see more. If they like you and how consistent you are, then they'll subscribe. This is a per individual increase. Every number you see added to your follower or subscriber count is a person. And believe it or not, people will often decide not to follow you if your follower count is too low in their eyes. That's called social proof. It means that if a bunch of other people like you, that must mean that you do something worth that amount of followers or subscribers. Seems kind of nuts, but people do judge books by their covers. The steps of discovery go like this. Someone sees your work on Twitter shared by someone they follow. They click on your link and immediately check 3 things: your name, your follower count, and your bio. That's your cover. If they find it acceptable, then maybe they'll scroll down and see what you post or check your media. Those are the contents of your pages. If they like you, they'll follow you. You might think this is wrong or biased or unfair, and it might be. But it's how it's supposed to be. They're not obligated to follow you. They don't owe you a like. If they follow you, that means they trust you enough to let you into their lives. Nobody is owed trust. Trust is earned. If you don't share your work consistently, your audience will leave. If you spam the same thing over and over, they'll leave. If you buy fake likes or followers from bots and scammy assholes to boost your numbers, your audience will leave. All you have to do to cultivate and grow your audience is by posting your work consistently. You can even go above and beyond and just reply to people. I had someone message me saying how much they loved my work, and all I did was reply with thanks, I appreciate it. They responded saying that they couldn't believe I actually messaged back, and I made their day. Now I talk to them regularly. Now they're no longer a fan or a follower, but a friend, and that's how it should be. So now say you've grown your audience. Now people are begging you to make more, post more, be more you so they can enjoy it. So now whenever you make a design, it's for them, and they love you for it. With a big enough audience, you won't need to hunt for income because you'll have a hungry following willing to support you by buying your work. Not because you scammed them into it, but because that's what they want. They're not cheap, not mindless zombies, and not a personal army. People who like Dr. Pepper weren't tricked into it. They tried it and they liked it. So now when they're thirsty for a soda, what do you think they're gonna buy? Here's a hint. It starts with a doctor and ends with a pepper.